Good afternoon and welcome to News Around Africa on Channel 38's Facebook and YouTube channel. Ghana's main opposition party has reacted with anger after one of its most influential leaders was sentenced to 20 years in jail with hard labor for illegal mining offenses. The New Patriotic Party (NPP) alleged that the landmark judgment against Bernard Antwi Basioko, the party's chairman for the Ashanti region, was politically motivated. Popularly known as Chairman Wotumi, Bosiako is the first senior politician in Ghana to be convicted of illegal mining since the government began a crackdown on the practice in 2017. As well as receiving a jail sentence, Basiako, who had denied the charges, was ordered to pay more. He looked visibly shocked when the judge handed down the sentence in a court in the capital, Accra, on Monday. The NPP politician was found guilty of assigning mineral rights without approval and facilitating an unlicensed mining operation through his company Ankota Mining. Ghana is Africa's leading gold producer, but a large portion of the country's waters and environment have been polluted by illegal mining, known as locally as galamsey. Over the years, governments have attempted to tackle the problem, even deploying the military to little effect. Prosecutors say the NPP politician had allowed two individuals, Henny Okum and Michael Giedu as IEC, to undertake mining activities on the Akonta Mining's concession without approval from the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. 4 Nigerian policemen accused of setting up an illegal checkpoint to extort money from drivers picked on the wrong man, the head of the country's anti-corruption agencies. Musa Aliyu, who leads the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, has alleged that he was stopped while driving in the capital Abuja on Saturday and forced to withdraw 53,000 naira from a cash machine. Police Commissioner Ahmed Sanusi accused the men of abandoning their official post to set up the unauthorized roadblock. They now face a police disciplinary procedure that could result in their sacking. It is rare that these kinds of cases end up in court. Aliyu's report of the incident to the police prompted what the commission described as an intelligence-driven operation that led to the arrest of the alleged ringleader and subsequently the other suspects. In an interview with BBC, Hwasa Aliyu explained what happened after he was flagged down on a busy road. When I stopped, a policeman came to my car door. I wound down the window and he told me to open my car, so I did. The police officer then got in. He then asked me for my driver's license. I brought it out and he also asked me to give it to him, so I did. Then he said he would take me to court for violating traffic rules. I told him, let's go to court. But instead, Aliyu alleged the policeman asked him for money by telling him, you are a big man. You wouldn't want your time to be wasted, but even if we go to court, you will be fined 52,000 naira. I asked him to give me his bank account number so I could transfer the money, but he refused. Instead, Aliyu alleged he went to a cash machine and withdrew the money. The National Police Chief condemned the officers' alleged conduct in strong terms, warning that the command will no longer tolerate abuses of power. You have to choose, either a policeman or a thief, Sanusi said. You cannot do both. If you fail to choose, your actions will determine where you belong. The death toll from the latest Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo has risen to at least 930, and the virus appears to be spreading faster. The Health Ministry said on Monday that the number of confirmed cases had reached at least 2,344. That is total as of Saturday, with 37 deaths recorded in just 24 hours from Friday. One of the highest daily increases recorded since the Ebola outbreak was first declared in the DRC on May 15th. The World Health Organization (WHO) warned last week that Ebola is spreading in the DRC faster than in any previous outbreak. WHO Chief Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus told reporters that the Ebola outbreak in the DRC in 2018 to 2020 took more than 10 months to reach 2,000 confirmed cases. This time, it took only 2 months to reach 2,000 confirmed cases, and the WHO said the true tally could be at least double that. It is now the third largest Ebola outbreak on record, Tedros said. In the past month, it has expanded faster than any previous outbreak. The DRC's 17th Ebola outbreak was first detected after several deaths in Ituri, the mineral-rich northeastern province patrolled by several armed groups. Cases of Ebola, which spreads through close contact and infected body fluids, have so far been found in 5 DRC's provinces and in the neighboring Uganda. But while Uganda is now close to being virus-free, Tedros said, Ebola is spreading at an unprecedented rate in the DRC. To compound problems in Ituri, where the death toll is going fastest, healthcare workers began a strike last week and blocked the entrance to Bunia General Hospital. Staff complained of not receiving any compensation for their work since the outbreak began, despite treating patients in difficult and dangerous conditions. According to the latest United Nations State of Food Security and Nutrition in the World report, an estimated 645 million people faced hunger in 2025, 14 million fewer than in 2024 and 43 million fewer than 2022. Yet hundreds of millions continue to face acute food shortages driven by conflicts, economic shocks, and climate extremes. Gradual improvement. According to the report published on Tuesday, an estimated 7.8% of the world's population experienced hunger in 2025, down from 8.1% in 2024 and 8.6% in 2022. The decline marks a third consecutive year of improvement after hunger surged during the COVID-19 pandemic. But hunger levels still remain higher than they were in 2019 before the pandemic struck. Africa remains the world's hunger hotspot. In 2025, an estimated 309 million people in Africa were undernourished, equivalent to 1 in 5 people on the continent and representing almost half of the world's hungry people. That's all we have time for on this edition of News Around Africa, and I'm Esther Wilson.